Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Gamefromscratch, and it is a terrible time to be Adobe. Why is that? Well, they're kind of stuck in a rough spot. First off, they're a creative company aimed at designers and artists and so on, and I gotta say, they have the literal worst homepage for this. They have such a terrible homepage. It is absolutely hideously ugly, in my humble opinion, for, again, a company that makes design products to have such a horrible website. But that's not really where their problems kick in. Their problems kick in, I bet you can guess by what they're highlighting on their homepage. Be the brand AI recommends. Try the AI assistants. What's my brand presence on AI engines? Prompt edit, whoa, new AI assistant. So, and then we talk about Firefly, which is their generative AI for inside of Photoshop. So as you can see, Adobe are embracing AI. Now, this is a problem for them, though, because a lot of their customers don't like AI. So they are a creative tool for creative people, and a lot of those creative people do not like seeing their work plagiarized for some weird reason. So there's definitely a problem that Adobe are facing. They're in between their customers and rising trends in the industry. And how has that worked out for them? Not great. Definitely not great. So that's over the last 5 years. Their stock went from trading like 600s to 195. Even over 1 year, you can see we went from like 400 down to here. How are they going to deal with this? Well, the first thing they're going to do is double down on AI. Yes, Adobe just acquired Topaz Labs. Now, let's be completely fair here. Topaz Labs was kind of AI before AI was AI. They were making neural net products like Gigapixel, and that was back in 2018. And I don't think anybody has any hatred for products from the 2018s. It's really with the rise of Gen AI that people started to really strongly dislike AI products. And again, Topaz Labs has been around for a very long time. I think their first product was Adjust way back in the day. And for the most part, they create neural network-based upscaling type solutions. You can see they have a whole whack of products. So you can see here the various different things that they make. So they still have Gigapixel out there, which was an upsampling solution. You could upsample stuff up to 6 times the detail. You can see it in action right here. This isn't actually technically Gigapixel, but this is where they started off with. So basically, it will take video and make it so much more. Basically, that's where they started out. So here you can see they're upscaling in action. So there's the results. Boom. And you can see why a lot of people would choose something like this. I don't think anybody really has an issue with this kind of product. However, let's go down and take a look at their other examples. So again, we got another here, upscaling. Perfectly cool. You can see, drag the slider. Oops, let's find the slider. You can drag it and see the results that they can do with moving image. So this is using machine learning to basically create a better image. I think a lot of people would find this pretty cool. Now let's go over here, adding detail. So here we go. This is the original art. This is the worse art. Original, worse. Original, worse. And again, let's look at all this doing is adding gratuitous detail. Like it's, I don't know. This is the kind of stuff that, the people making jokes about the DLSF sampling stuff lately. So this is when they start getting into the things that are a little bit on the iffy side. But again, denoising, upscaling, that kind of stuff. Very, very useful. And that's basically what this company provides. And their tools have actually already been integrated into Adobe's suite of products in the past. Now, interestingly enough, Topaz Labs are also already Adobe-esque in their approach, in that September 30th of last year, they dumped all of their perpetual licenses and they went subscription only. So they're going to fit right in under the Adobe umbrella, which actually, from this announcement, there's going to be literally no changes. So if you're already a Topaz Labs customer, you can still buy it from Topaz Labs. I think you're going to see more and more integration into the Adobe suite of products going forward. But this was actually already something that was already happening. So from Adobe Max 2025, back in October, they announced a number of things. They had a ton of things at that particular video thing. But what you see here, directly, they talk about generative upscaling in Photoshop. So instant resolution enhancements now include the option to leverage Topaz Labs AI to upscale small cropped or low resolution images into 4K with realistic details. So I think this is again based on their Gigapixel. And then we keep on going down here. They also integrated the Topaz Lab stuff into a few other things as well. So you can see here also integrated Topaz Bloom and then So Topaz Bloom and Gigapixel models were integrated into Photoshop. They also have a plugin for Premiere available, I believe it was. Also Adobe After Effects. So there's already been tight integration between these two companies to a certain degree already. And in fact, Adobe was already using their technology in Photoshop, at least a part of it, or at least a version of it. I'm not sure if it was 100% of what you get if you like subscribe to a Topaz Labs suite of software. So back to today's announcement, or technically yesterday's announcements by the time this goes live. Adobe is acquiring Topaz Labs. And again, if you have any questions if this is an AI move, it's an AI move. So Adobe has seen strong demand for its AI products for creative, including Adobe Firefly, which is, again, Adobe's version of Gen AI. The all-in-one creative AI studio and Firefly services, a collection of creative and generative APIs and services for enterprise. A combination of Topaz Labs, which specializes in developing industry-leading video and image enhancement models, with Adobe's leading creative products, will provide creators, designers, studio professionals, photographers, and enterprises the tools to achieve exceptional quality across formats and workflow. Topaz Labs brings deep expertise in optimizing large, complex AI models to run directly on device. That's another big part of why they said they're picking this one up, is it's hard to develop on-device AI stuff, and Topaz Lab has already done it. So this will allow Adobe to deliver faster, more responsive creative experience for customers and make advanced AIs more accessible and cost-effective for creatives. So that more details of it are available down here. And yeah, so they've been at it. Oh, I did not mean to scroll. So they've been at it for like 20 years now at this point in time. So building technology to make images and videos look their absolute best has been our life's work for more than 20 years. We've always believed that technology should serve human creativity rather than replace it, and so has Adobe. Together we believe we can dramatically expand what's possible for filmmakers and creatives everywhere. And then again, there's also a lot of this about video models previously being limited to high-end systems or cloud only, and then moving to like this, using their technology called NeuralStream, enables large, complex AI models to run locally on consumer devices. I know a lot of people that aren't necessarily antagonistic to AI are definitely antagonistic to the cloud. So if you can move that AI and have it computationally localized, I think a lot of people will be a lot more comfortable about that, especially, it takes away the idea that people are training on your data and such if it's all run locally. And that is another big part of why they picked it up, is this NeuralStream technology. Now, there are no details about how much they paid. Now, the interesting thing is they do say that they were making, I believe the last number I heard was $50 million in revenue. Normally for these kind of startups, it's like 10 to 50 times that value is what you would pay for it. So I wouldn't be surprised to find that this was a $500 million plus transaction to pick up this company. But again, we have no idea. No public numbers are available that we are aware of. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. So AI, as you can see from their homepage, not quite enough AI on here already. So let's go ahead and add more. But let's be honest, the fit here with Topaz Labs, the tools they offer, all these things that you see here, other than maybe this part right here, they're all actually very good fits with the Adobe suite of products. The kind of stuff that they do, upscaling. Again, I don't think anybody's really opposed to upscaling most of the time. It's just kind of cool technology, and it's something that they've been doing for ages. So I think this is actually a good compatible fit with Adobe's suite of products. But I'm curious, what do you think? Do you think that Adobe embracing AI even more is a mistake, the right move? Do you think that the Adobe evaluation being here is fair or unfair? I'm curious what you think. Let me know in the comments down below. I'll talk to you all later. Goodbye.